What's up? All right. What's up? Hello, everybody. Let me make sure everything's working. What's up? That's working. That's working. Let's see who's in here. Electronic Sausage was first with no comment. Wax Ecstatic, thanks for dropping by. I hope you come back. My friend, my Finnish friend. Yeah, well, yeah, Bob 2, the Bob 2 bobblehead was, something that was designed to look exactly like Bob 2, and it really does look like Bob 2 for sure. The Funko thing's a whole different style, a whole different aesthetic. It's more of a generic Devo guy rather than a specific member of the band. And it's kind of like, like Simpsons cartoons. Like if you make a character into a Simpsons cartoon, it has to have certain features. And the same with the Funko. It's like they got to have these the soda's got to have these heads with typically the generic people, I think, have kind of a wide jawline or something. I don't know. But it's just a little generic Devo guy. But the detail is great, man. Look at those glasses. I like how they have the see-through glass in them. You know what I mean? I don't know if you could see that. Yeah. It's not focusing great, but there you go. You get the idea. But yeah, let's see who else is up in here. Bagman 444. I wish they would do that song more often too. It's a really weird one. Those darn girls. That's a very rare Devo song that they played. I think they played it in Greensboro once. Can't remember where else. Tim Nolan, hello, my good friend. Pato Frutal, hello, we are Devo. Sophia, nice to see you. Peter Graves, Rat Beach. What's Rat Beach? I want to be at Rat Beach. I like every beach. UFO Bigfoot, best LSD ever. Awesome. Abnorm, what's up? Grease Paint, hello, Chris. Fred Hollins, what's up? Sophia, what up? All you people, hello. Thanks for coming by. So this week has been another very busy week. We've got lots of stuff going on in the Devo world right now. We've got, let me set this up real quick. We've got the Rock Hall vote, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Devo's up for nomination. We're trying to get people to vote so that Devo finally gets in this year. And with that said, if they do get in, then they get to play a show up there. And that's what I really want to happen. I'm less concerned with them getting into the Rock Hall than I am let's just get a show up there. I would love to be there for that. So anyway, go to, I think it's vote.rockhall.com. You can cast your vote once a day per email that you have. and that would really help. I heard that Eddie Trunk voted for Devo today, thanks to some word I got from a friend of mine on Facebook. That was kind of cool because, Eddie Trunk is mostly heavy metal kind of guy, rock and roll guy. So the fact that he voted for Devo, that was pretty cool. So there's that going on. So there's a lot of social media and kind of behind the scenes stuff going on with the Rock Hall vote. Also, what do we have? We have 2 record store RSD drops, they call them, Record Store Day related Devo albums coming out, both of which I did needle drops of the test pressings on my YouTube channel. You can check those out. One of them is the Jerry Casale solo record. It was originally released under the name Jihad Jerry and the Evil Doers back in 2006, I think it was. And so that's being reissued with a brand new song. And the new song has Steve Bartek from Oingo Boingo on it, which is amazing. And what else? Then, along with that great Jerry Casale record, which, by the way, has all the members of Devo playing on it. Along with that, we have a Devo album called Somewhere with Devo. And it's basically one side of it is the Somewhere Suite, which is a song that Devo performed in the 1988 tour. It's kind of a medley of Devo songs mixed with a couple other things. It's pretty cool. That's on one side of the record. And what I noticed is when I was listening to the test pressing, when you take that Somewhere Suite performance by Devo out of that live show that it was originally released on, it somehow makes it better. It makes you focus on it more. If it's the only live track you're listening to and it's not the end of a long show, it really was great to hear it. I really haven't heard the Somewhere Suite for a long time. So it was great to hear that. And then there's remixes on the other side of Somewhere with Devo that were done by a DJ named Kinky, I think, DJ Kinky, back in 2009, 2010, something like that, right around the time Something for Everybody was coming out. And those are great mixes. I like them. And the cover art's pretty cool. It's got this nice big photo of the band on podiums and their different Devo outfits. It's pretty cool. So there's 2 things coming out that have been, publicized and talked about the last week or 2. So there's been that going on. Also, there is potentially Devo show coming up in end of September. The last word I had on that was that it's still happening, but we're all still waiting to see. And then on top of all that, there's even more Devo stuff that we're working on that, of course, I can't tell you about yet, but there's so much stuff going on. So it's been a really busy week. And on top of all that, okay, I'm finally going to have a little get together at my house for my vaccinated pals. And I've got 2 people coming from out of town for this. My chief moderator here, Tim Nolan, who's in the chat, he's coming down. We're going to get the house ready for a few people to come over on May 1st. We're going to have people over. And it's going to be kind of a small gathering, probably 20 people or less. And my friend Roxy Dot is flying out from Los Angeles for it. And I haven't seen her in a year or 2. And she hasn't been to this house since 2008 or earlier. So she's going to trip out when she sees the edition I put on here in 2008. So anyway, all this stuff is going on. I'm trying to get the house ready for my out-of-town guests. I'm getting rid of this couch behind me. I've had it since 2008. We're getting rid of that this weekend. So say your fond farewells to that prop that has been in a lot of my live streams. And so, the music, I wanted to mention this really quick. The music you were hearing at the beginning of this was from this CD. It's by a band from Ohio called Spastic Amoebas. I've talked about them before here. My good friend Poopy Necropond is in this band. His name is Matt. Anyway, Spastic Amoebas released this recently, and it's all Devo covers. You can see the sticker there. 10 Devo cover songs plus 1 original mutated track, track 11, the very last track, which is what I was playing as the intro. And it's a really great track. It goes on to be much more mutated than you were hearing just the intro part. But great CD. Now, I looked this up on Discogs, and it seems that it was given away when you purchased something else from the label. So you might want to just Google this, Spastic Amoebas. The title of the album is Ancestral Mutations Retold. And see how you can get yourself a copy of that, because it's real good. The Devo covers on here rock, and Al Mothersbaugh actually plays on this. Yes, he's related to that Mothersbaugh. And so that was really cool to get this from the Spastic Amoebas. And I have a few to send the band. And I will probably be giving one of these away at a contest or some kind of thing, giveaway at some point soon. Cardinal Sin, there you are, my friend. Thanks. The tip is appreciated, Cardinal. Here, I'll get the guy here to do a little toilet dance for you. Toilet dance, toilet dance. Oh, and guess what we're going to do? This. Woo, Cardinal Sin with the super chat. We appreciate it, Cardinal. And super chat Charlie here is doing hard work, but it's worth it to him. He loves his work. So it's really not like work to super chat Charlie to do that. But thank you. I appreciate that, Cardinal. Let me scroll up in here and figure out what I've missed so far. Whoa, it's not scrolling like it should. Here we go. We got Eddie M in there. We got, okay, yeah, saw those. Mariana, I haven't seen you. Hello to you. Eddie M, I will answer that question. Okay. Peter Graves says he's next to Torrance Beach. Where Batman surfed. Okay. And then just so you guys know, this is the question I'm going to answer for Eddie right there as soon as he's referring to the live stream I did a couple days ago where I went record shopping. Jim Dolan, hey, what's up? Nice to see you. Sophia, yep. Sophia started a blog. It's great. I read the first one so far. And it's great, And Sophia's got a big brain. And Bagman, yeah, they're in 8th place. Yeah, I saw that, Bagman. You know, we're doing our best. You know, I just really want Devo to play a show up there in Ohio at the Rock Hall. I think it'd be super fun. That's really my very, very selfish reason for wanting them to be in the Rock Hall. Hey, Mutant Potato, nice to see you. Nice. Dennis, yo. Dennis, yep, you're coming to that, my vaccinated pal. Burn the couch on YouTube. Yeah, I wish we could get away with that. I do think that my friend Sam Osterling and I are going to cut it up with a chainsaw a little bit, have a little fun with it. So maybe I'll get that on video. Hey, what's up, Ryan Kidd? Nice to see you in here, you punk MF. You punk MF! Good to see you in here. Call the doctor, Sophia. Dr. October. I wish he was in here. I don't know if he's in here yet. Bless those guys in Europe. Sometimes they show up here and it's so late for them. And it's very cool that they make the effort to be here. Wax Ecstatic, what's up? Back in a while, driving home from work. Very cool. Drive safely, my friend. Thanks for popping in and popping out and popping back in again. That's pretty good. Sophia, there is Sophia's blog right there. You should check it out if you want to hear a smart girl pontificate about the world and the state we are in and where we're going and where we've been and what kind of music we should listen to possibly. Sophia, listen to Sophia. She's a smart one. Okay. Did I see my friend Jason Lindsay's here? Yes, I did see my friend Jason Lindsay. What's up, man? Okay. Have I caught up? Oh, S. Ref Al. I live not too far from Italian music offices. Maybe I should knock on the door and see if Mark is home. People have done it before. Sometimes Mark goes out to lunch with him. Sometimes Mark's not there. Sometimes he can't talk, but it's worth a try. It's worth a try. That's my personal opinion. Just don't be a dick, and it's pretty much worth a try. So yeah, let me just show you the rest of this little thing right here, this Funko thing. So I opened one of these online recently, and the little pog that is in there, it typically tells you like the number, like, it's one of 8,000 or whatever. but this is an artist proof, and it says AP on it, which is cool. And I've never heard of a Funko being an artist proof. So that was pretty cool. And like I said, I've told people this before, some people like the Funkos, some people don't. I personally would not have a Funko collection if Devo didn't start working with this company, because really the only ones I own are the samples I've gotten from the company. And then I got a gift from my friend Hot Frog in California. He sent me one. But now I have a Funko collection, and I got to say, these things, as far as plastic figures go, they're really solid, really well made. And the detail of the glasses and the helmet, they got everything perfectly right. And we didn't have to go through a whole lot of, prototypes or drawings or mock-ups. They got it right pretty much from the start, except, let me tell you something they did. You notice the facial expressions here, right? Facial expression there, facial expression here. Well, at first, I got to tell you, they had them with these kind of goofy smiles on their faces, kind of like a hee-haw, hee-haw. All I could think of was hee-haw when I saw these faces. And I was like, oh, wait a second, guys. Just need to dial in the facial expression to be of more concern, like concern for the human race and the planet Earth. Make the figures look like they're a bit concerned. So that's what they did. They're concerned about the world and humans and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm glad this is finally coming to fruition, because when you talk about Devo as a brand, it's very important for Devo to build this brand and to keep building the brand. And building the brand, you want to tie that brand to other huge brands like Funko. If that's not a huge brand, what is, right? So when brands like Kiss and Funko and AC/DC and all these brands get together and play, it's to give value to those brands, and it often works. And I don't understand exactly how it works, but it does work. And so that's really the reason for that stuff happening. So let's see. Jason Skills now has too many live streams. Well, Ryan Kidd, wasn't that just because his wife was out of town and he was bored? I think maybe that was it. I think once the wife returns, or girlfriend, I think it's his wife. She returns, he'll stop streaming so much. Doesn't Spastic Amoebas have a member from Rupture? I don't know the answer to that. I'm not familiar with Rupture. Yeah, Mariana says it's not selfish at all. A vote for Devo and Hall of Fame is the right thing to do. Well, it is. But, the real reason I want them to win, I want to play a show. I want to work a Devo show at the Rock Hall. Now, I've seen Cheap Trick perform there. That was great. My friend Robert Matthew, the photographer who shot very classic photos of Devo in the rubber hair and the New Traditionalist era, he passed away unexpectedly a couple of years ago. Maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago now, and really sad. But he got me into the Cheap Trick show at the Rock Hall because he's very good friends with them, and he knows I love Cheap Trick. So we went up to see that, and man, that was great. That was great. I miss him. Let's see. Let me catch up here. So my Finnish friend says he remembers being in LA and wanted to see Mutada, but was too much of a coward to knock on the door. Just be ballsy and be nice and go up there and say hi. And usually people are pretty nice to fans that roll up in there. If you're not being weird and you're not being pushy or anything, you can get far. Yeah. Well, yeah, pre-COVID is what I'm talking about. Right now, you probably couldn't fall up in there with much ease. Yeah, so let me make sure I'm catching up. I'm really trying to stay tuned to the chat here. Cardinal says, when Michael's done, come over and join me on my channel. Cardinal has started his own channel. He has a little following over there. He does a lot of live streams, unboxings. He does all kinds of stuff over there. So you could check that out. Wayne, I've always been hesitant to approach famous people. Well, don't ever approach Super Chat Charlie then, because he is famous, right? That's what I got to say about that. Okay, so Tim says, Wayne, they are no different than you or I, but with lots of cash. Yeah, I don't know if that's true in a lot of cases, Tim. I don't know if fame means lots of cash. I mean, if you're lucky, it does. But oh yeah, Finland. A question from Finland. I saw that Weird Paul was getting some exposure by big YouTubers. Yeah, I saw that. You'd think he'd play it devotional again? Well, I hope so. And he's a big Devo fan, and I think that would be a wise idea. I've always loved Weird Paul. I think I started pen paling him letters in the late 80s, I want to say. I saw him perform out here. He opened for a band called Happy Flowers at a punk rock club here called Fallout Shelter, and he was great. And we became friends, and we've been friends ever since. So I would say, yeah, Weird Paul's a good shot, a good choice for the devotional. Famous. That could be your drag name, Eddie. Famous. Eddie's got a drag name now, everybody. It's Famous. We love Weird Paul. We do love Weird Paul. He's great. I've got some very early cassette tapes he sent me back in the day, some VHS stuff. That kid, man, he was so prolific, and he still is so prolific. That should be his middle name, Prolificy or Prolific. Yes, best hair on YouTube. I would tend to agree with that. Weird Paul does have the best hair on YouTube. Let me get another drink of water. I'm only drinking water tonight, kids, because I'm going to be drinking with my friends Low Noise Jason Skills, Ryan Kidd, Dr. October, Stevie from Scotland, Alex, all of our friends over there. We kind of have a little punk rock, heavy metal, industrial, kind of the weird end of music chat every Friday over there. And the channel is, again, Low Noise Jason Skills, Skilz. We lovingly call him Jason Skids for whatever reason, so it kind of gets confusing. But every Friday at 7 p.m. EST, Jason will have a little chit-chat over there, a little on-screen banter with all of us, and we'll typically all be drinking, and it tends to go on for 2 to 4 hours. So we'll be doing that, and I'm drinking water tonight to prepare for that. Before he becomes too big, he won't become too big for devotional. He will. I think he'll always do that for us. I think he would. Tim's saying wah wah about something. We're not good enough to drink with. Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, believe me, you are. But I'm not good enough to drink 2 times in a row this week. Because like I said, this week has been like constant stuff going on. And I just have to take it easy tonight because I'm feeling a little tired. I'm feeling a bit tired. And, you know, alcohol's a depressant. It will make me more tired, right? But, oh, Tim. Yeah, Tim's over here, right? Yeah, Tim, I've invited you to that Friday chat 3 times now, and you haven't showed up once. So you're not even good enough to drink with us over there. Jiminy crickets. Or we're not good enough for you to show up over there or something. Let's get into some drama here. Who wants to start some shit? Let's start it. Okay, so what else did I have to tell you? Getting to Eddie's question now. Eddie, I'm going to answer your question. Eddie saw a live stream I did Tuesday or Wednesday, and I walked to buy some records. I walked to a great record store in Raleigh, North Carolina called Sorry State Records. It's about 1.5 miles, 1.9 miles from my house, I think. So anyway, I didn't walk there this time. I drove there because of there was a chance of rain, and I just wanted to get to the store and start looking around. Didn't want to spend a lot of time walking. But anyway, I went there, and I got in there, and I had 30 minutes to shop, and I saw something in the window before the store opened that immediately caught my eye because it was a band that I heard when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, it was on a punk comp. I believe it was called the Our Radical Peace compilation. I believe that's what it was called. I know it was called Peace. It had the word peace in it. I think it was Our Radical who put it out. Anyway, there's a band called Gism, Gism. And it's actually G.I. is how their name is listed officially on Discogs. And it stands for a bunch of different things. If you look up this band on Discogs, this Gism stands for funny stuff. Actually, I'm going to look it up right now because it's so funny to me what it stands for. And I think you guys will be pleased at what it stands for. Okay, there's the band. Now, okay, the acronym GISM can stand for Guerrilla incendiary, I can never pronounce that word. Guerrilla incendiary sabotage multi these words. Guerrilla incendiary sabotage mutineer, or God in the schizoid mind, or gay individual social mean, or Gnostic idiosyncrasy, sonic militant, etc. So I guess they just make it up as they go along, right? But anyway, the song that I heard back when I was a kid was, I'll show it to you. I'm just going to make sure I can focus in here. It was this very first one on side A, Endless Blockades for the Pussyfooter. Endless blockades, endless blockades, endless blockades for the pussyfooter. It's great. And they look great. Look at those guys. And it's just a wild, frantic, hyperactive song. And let me show you the poster that's inside. I got the black vinyl version. Of course, I did not get the limited white vinyl, but look at these guys. They look fantastic, right? Punks is hippies. I want a shirt with this on it so damn bad. And I love the GISM logo, just the GI big, the big IS in front of it. You know, I just love that. And what does it say here? Fuck is woman's money. What the hell? I can't even read that. It's not focusing. But look at that band. Damn it. And then we got this, the other side here. Now that song's going through my head now. That's all I can hear. But it's got some wild guitar. It's got some weird like voiceovers and samples over the top of it. It's just a crazy, crazy record. And the whole thing is great. I've already listened to it. Really glad I picked this up. It was a blast from the past when I saw that in the window. And if you want to know, I can tell you more about what I got. But let me catch up on the chat here for a second. That record is wild, Ryan Kidd. I love damn record. I love the damn record. It's just I got to listen to it tomorrow. I'm going to have to listen to it tomorrow. And this too. Sophia, did you see this? Spastic Amoebas, 10 Devo songs. Where is it? 10 Devo cover songs. It's just great. You know, in the style that you've probably heard Devo songs covered at the devotional from our friend Poopy Necropond. It's kind of a punky, metal, bizarre, experimental. It's just great. It's just damn great. I would recommend Spastic Amoebas highly, especially when they do Devo songs, but all of their stuff is great. You like my version better, Ryan Kidd? Okay. It's like if you did a bluegrass death metal band, which some friends of mine tried that once. It was a karaoke country black metal band is what it was. But you know, we can do stuff like that in this world. We can do stuff like that. In regard to Mark's Postcards for Democracy campaign, I think he should have called it Postcards for Devocracy. Well, you got a point there. That would have been good. I must hear that. Oh, you mean this, Sophia? Oh no, or this. Well, you got to hear both of these things, Sophia. You got to hear both of these things. Oh, and Sophia, just so that you know, I know your family sent me a really cool gift recently, and I did a video where I talk about it, and I'm going to put it up fairly soon. Probably tomorrow morning, I'm going to put it up. Or tomorrow, I don't know, before lunch. I don't know. I'm going to put it up really soon. In the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to put that video up, Sophia, and I just wanted you to know that I did appreciate that gift, and I am going to talk about it, and I know it's been a while. And, oh, yeah, the Clevo recording from the Devotional 2000. Yeah, that's great. Now solo. Oh, man. Bluegrass Norwegian black metal band. That's a very important fact there. Fuck has something to do with Spastic Amoebas. Really? You know more than I do, Eddie. Who knows? Diva. Oh, yeah, Diva. Now, Diva was a Devo cover band that played. They were from New York at one time, and they played some Mark Mothersbaugh art show after parties and maybe some Devo concert after parties in New York City. Those were the days. That was some great times. I remember being in the audience. It was a basement of a gallery, a little crammed, small New York City basement. There was a Devo cover band on the stage at one end of it, and the whole thing was full of people. I think there might have been a bar down there, cram full of people. And me and Jerry Casale and Mark Mothersbaugh were in this little crammed audience of people. We kind of, people let us through and get up close and closer to the stage, and we watched that thing together. And it was great watching Mark and Jerry react to, a Devo cover band in front of their face like that. They did perform with Jihad Jerry, Sophia. You are right. I know. I wish they were still around too, but hey, you never know. I think when stuff starts opening up and shows start happening again, I'm hoping that bands like that are convinced to come out of the woodwork and play again. So let me show you some other things that I got at the record store when I was there the other day. The second thing I found, first thing was the Gizm record. The first thing I bought was that because I saw it in the window. The second thing I bought was this. As soon as I saw it in the record rack, Coil. Stolen and Contaminated is the name of this release. And the Stolen and Contaminated songs were stuff that was recorded for an album called Love Secret Domain. And Love Secret Domain is a great Coil album. And the Stolen and Contaminated songs over here, the Stolen and Contaminated songs were originally released on a very hard to find CD back in the day. I do have that CD. I got it back when it came out because I was a huge Coil fan since the 80s. And I didn't know this was reissued on vinyl. So I had to get it. It's 2 record set, and it's beautiful. And I remember highly digging the Stolen and Contaminated Coil songs. If you don't know who Coil is, kind of a post-industrial, experimental, trippy, trancy, psychedelic, noise, gothy, scary stuff. They do lots of things, and their albums differ over the years, but I tell you, I haven't really heard a Coil album that I didn't like. I especially like their earlier stuff. Horse Rotivator and Anal Staircase are 2 of them, but Stolen and Contaminated, great stuff. I haven't listened to this yet. I can't wait to do it. Another thing I found at the record store, this is the third and last thing I bought at the record store, is this Killing Joke, the Unperverted Pantomime. Now, from what I understand, these are like demos and live tracks and just rare songs, 4 sides, 2 records. And this was originally released, I think, on tape and or CD a long time ago. I think that's where I first heard it. I probably have this on a CD. But anyway, got reissued on double purple vinyl. And the cool thing is, check this out. And I didn't expect this. I just bought it because, oh my God, it's Killing Joke that I don't have on vinyl. But let me show you what was included. Maybe it'll fall out. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on. It's packed tight in here, y'all. Where's the damn thing? Oh, it's so cool. I got to show you this. Hold on. We're going to take everything out. We're going to take everything out. Okay. Purple vinyl. I'll show you in a second. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But I've got to get this thing out of here. There it is. Is that it? No. Where the hell's the thing? Oh, here it is. I got the thing, y'all. All right, look what is included in this. It's a postcard, a Killing Joke postcard, right? On the back, signed by singer Jazz Coleman, right there. Autographed. And that's a really cool Jazz Coleman autograph right there. I got to say, that's one of the more pretty ones I've seen. Now, in the listing on Discogs, I guess people have been posting their own little cards that they got, so you can see the variation. Some of them are signed in black, some of them are signed in silver, and some of them are more legible than others. But look at the pretty vinyl. Look at the pretty vinyl. Oh, I guess it's being forward lit here. It's not as pretty as it would be in regular light, but anyway, that's my Killing Joke record. I'm really happy with, and the autographed card is just a bonus that I did not expect. And let me see if I can put this in here without destroying anything. Sorry, this sometimes takes a minute. You know what? We'll just deal with this later, right? Let me get the plastic sleeve. I got one more record to show you that I got actually the same day as these records, but it came in the mail. All right, now let me show you the last record. Put the autograph card in there, Michael. All right. The last record I got, which came in the mail the same day I went record shopping, is this. Okay. Now, this is an album called Scumdogs of the Universe by Gwar. I believe it was originally released in 88 or 89, something like that. Maybe 1990 at the latest, something like that. And I loved this album when it first came out. I never got it on vinyl. I always had a CD of it. We used to follow Gwar around during this tour here. And this guy, Beefcake, he gave me a huge Subway, what they call a Subway size poster promo for this album, which I still have in my house. It's laminated. He gave it to me backstage at the record release party for this record release show for this record. And they were all very nice to us. Rest in peace, Dave Brocky, singer. Rest in peace, brother. They were all really nice to us. Here's the Slave Pit slaves. There's a Slimenstra back there. She's really cool. But great days back then. I'm actually in a Gwar video called Gwar Live from Antarctica. And if you look in the front row, very front row, front and center during the live show video, you'll see me. I have this kind of like mushroom haircut. I have a white shirt on that's probably stained pink because of all the Gwar shows I'd seen in it. And I haven't listened to this yet. I haven't even broken the seal on it yet, but I'm going to listen to this soon. I really love that record. I think it's remastered, that version. So that's my record talk. Now, Sleazy P. Martini is my dad, says Eddie. Well, you're going to have to get your dad to autograph something for me, Eddie. And maybe your mom, too. Mabu. I always say Mabuhay. I'm not pronouncing it right, am I? I found the first record in town, middle of last year, mispriced by store. Oh, wow. The first record, huh? Hell-O on vinyl? That's great. I have a couple of different versions of that on vinyl, I think. Or maybe just one version on vinyl and a few different versions on CD and cassette. I can't remember now, but I do have it on vinyl. Cardinal Sin says, Michael Pilmer, you should take the plastic off. It warps the record cover. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I know there's an argument for that. A lot of times I'll leave the shrink on things. Sometimes I can tell it's getting a little tight, but usually they're fine. Plus, I have my records pretty much squeezed in tight with each other, so you know. But yeah, I keep my eye on that stuff. If I notice it's warping something, I will take it off. Michael Pilmer, I saw them in 89 on that tour. Yeah, that was probably around the time I was. We would follow them around to a few shows on the East Coast, and I had a big Torino that had stickers all over it and spray paint and stuff. And we would take these little fake blood concoctions. We would have Gatorade bottles with food coloring and whatever in it, and we would pour it on the car. Like the car would be dripping in blood basically as we pulled up to the club to go see the show. It was so funny. And then my friend Ben would make would boil steam rice before the show, and he'd have a container of rice with water and food coloring in it. And during this song Maggots, when Gwar did the song Maggots, he would be up on the upper level throwing this red rice at people. It was so weird. But the band really got off on it. And at one point, I can't remember what show it was. Maybe it was even the show that's on video, Live from Antarctica. But we were in the front row, me and my friend. It was Richmond, Virginia, as far as I remember. And we were really excited. We had been to see Gwar before. We were just psyched, right? We had our little fake blood containers in our pocket or behind us or whatever, however we carried those. And we're waiting, and the lights go down, right, in the stage. Right when, right before the band comes out, the music in the club turns off, the stage goes dark, right? And so we're sitting there, stage is dark, and then one light comes on in the middle. And then the singer comes up. He comes up to us, and he kind of runs up to the stage like this, comes up to the microphone, and he says, "This is for you, my friends." And he has this big kind of sack of blood, and he pops it right at me and my friend, just pops it all over us. And then the fucking music starts and the lights turn on and we're all drenched in blood. I feel like I'd just been baptized by Gwar. And it was an amazing, amazing time. One of my favorite rock and roll stories. Hey, who sent that? Ryan Boyle. Ryan Boyle, thank you. That was very nice of you, Ryan Boyle. And for that, you get a light up toilet. Woohoo! And the firehouse. You get the firehouse siren, the light up toilet. Thank you, Ryan Boyle. You are much appreciated, and those tips will go to feeding cats. Thank you. The cats will be fed thanks to you and Cardinal Sin. Appreciate that, Ryan. Really do. Oh, yeah, Ryan. Yeah, cool. No problem. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad I could find a home for that because I already had a couple of them, so it made sense. Okay, so whoa! Now, Nick is being a little funny, and he did. Thank you for the tip, Nick. Thank you for the nip, Tick. Thank you for the tip, Nick. I'm going to do this for you right here. I'm going to make that toilet light up, and Charlie's going to smile at you. See how Super Chat Charlie smiles at you? He means it. Whoa. And then also what he means is this. We're going to bring out the firehouse. Woo! Rock and roll. Thank you for that tip, Nick. But no, you can't have that poster behind me. That was one of the first things I ever bought on eBay right here. It's on foam core. It was on foam core when I bought it. It was shipped to me flat. It made it to me almost totally unscathed. There's one corner of it that's kind of dented down there. That corner down there is kind of dented a little bit, but the framing really kind of hides it. And one of the first things I ever had framed too, if you can believe that. But yeah, Nick, fat chance. Good luck on getting that from me. You'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. Hail Odorous. Yes, Eddie. Odorous Urungus. He was a good one. And Tim is arguing the fact that he can leave shrink on 80% of his records and they're fine. And I've found that too. Now, every now and then I do find an old record, typically that was made in the 80s on some really thin vinyl, and the shrink wrap causes some, what do they call it? Cupping or dishing or something of the vinyl. So, there's all kinds of theories, and I don't know that I know anything better. I don't know either way. I just do what I do. Ryan Kidd says water. Yes, I'm drinking water, Ryan Kidd. I'm getting ready for tomorrow. Plus, I just didn't have any beer. I didn't have any beer at wine. I have to go to the grocery store tomorrow. We're going to handle it. It's all going to be good. But yeah, been very busy these days. Lots of Devo going on. Mabuhay, you saw Guar open for themselves on the second tour. That's great. Yeah, we started seeing them before Scum Dogs came out, kind of right before that era. They were still in kind of like these really nice, like kind of homemade looking costumes, that they made themselves. And as time went on and as Scum Dogs came around, their costumes got a little more refined. You could tell that maybe they had some money from Metal Blade or something, that they were up in their game. Okay, Mac. I agree with whatever you said. Whatever that means, I agree with it. Thank you, Mac, for being here. Hey, Cardinal, you blaze on, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate you. Thank you for the tip. It was very kind, a nice gesture on your part. And maybe 5-star energy, I'll pop over to your thing after this. We'll see, because I'm old. All right, so first time Eddie saw Guars at the Phoenix Theater. Oh, that's cool. Mac says, what? Ezra. Oh, yes, I'm a Kiss fan. Yeah, that was my first love in life, was Kiss. Knights in Satan Service, back when I was a kid. That's what they were known as. And I was going to Catholic school when I was really into Kiss, when I first discovered them. So I had a lot of heat from that Catholic school coming at me about how Kiss was evil. The nuns tried to take away my Kiss magazine from me once, and whatever. We got by that pretty quickly. I left Catholic school, grade 5, left it, and not a Catholic anymore. As if I ever was. Nick, you can have a light up toilet if you really try. you can have a light up toilet at some point. And maybe I'll make that happen for you, Nick. We want you to be happy. We want Nick to be happy. Okay, so Tim's drooling, and Nick says, no, Tim, don't drool. Okay, so that's what's going on over there. There might be some drama popping up in the side chat as people argue about drool, which is okay with me. You can argue about drool. I don't mind. I kind of like that's going on in here. It makes me feel like we're doing something right. Thank you for the thumbs ups, by the way. And some person gave me a thumbs down. That's great too. So you guys just keep getting in there in that algorithm business, because when those algorithms get happy and they start purring like cats, it does the channel well for some reason. And I thank you guys for watching my videos and stuff. And it's all good. We appreciate it here. And I'm meeting so many great people these days. Lots of people in this vinyl community, record collectors, punk guys, metal guys, blues, jazz. It's all over the place with that community, the vinyl community, the VC community, as they call it. I'm tending to, friend up with people who are into the metal, the punk, the industrial, new wave, that kind of stuff. But, we all kind of flock together, flock together. That's a Killing Joke song. Tim is thanking everybody. Oh, I can't. Okay, I got to watch. Okay, here we go. There we go. Hey, nice, Tim. Thanks for the numbers. Yeah, Tim, you didn't notice you had an issue. You weren't bringing Kiss magazines to school. I was. And I was already doubting Christianity at that point. So I had my beef with that Catholic school. I didn't trust them. S. Raphael says, I've never had a chance to see Devo. So sadly, I missed the Bob 2 era, but I have seen Kiss twice. Wow, you saw them at the Dynasty tour. Oh, I would have loved to see them. Now, I did see them Kiss when I was 9 years old. Of course, I cannot remember much of it. I have a few really crappy pictures that we tried to take from our, nosebleed seats. But it was a Kiss show, and I was there, and it happened. And then I saw them, God, I don't know, long time after that, maybe 85 or 86. I walked into a Kiss show for free. It was when they didn't have the makeup on or anything. So I don't think I stayed very long, or maybe I just showed up for the last few songs. I don't know. I think it was on campus. It was on a NC State campus. And I think I just walked in because I heard Kiss music playing, and I walked in the back door, and it was a Kiss concert. It was the weirdest thing. Tim Nolan never got caught because his family owned Chardon, Ohio. He's not going to tell you that, but his family owned Chardon, Ohio. And so he had ins with the police and the priests and God or whatever. He had ins. All I knew was Knights in Satan's service. I didn't have any of those connections. So my only friends and connections were my idols, the Knights in Satan's service. Hey, Nick says, Raphael, you have a shot this year in Vegas. That's right. So far, the Devo show is still confirmed. I believe it's September 26th. You can search online for that information. I'm sure it's out there. It's called Punk Rock Bowling is the festival that Devo will be playing. So hopefully that happens, and hopefully even more Devo shows will happen on top of that. I'm really hoping. Because, Devo shows are so fun for me to work. Yeah, let me just tell you a brief rundown of a typical day for me when we're doing a Devo show. We get to the venue at 7 or 8 in the morning. We set up everything by noon or 1. Band comes in for sound check, typically around 2. They sound check for maybe an hour, 2 hours if there's problems to sort out, but typically an hour or less. And then after sound check, the crew eats, and then we typically have an hour or 2 or 3 to do whatever we want before we have to come back. Well, at least I do. I typically have a little time between the show and the sound check to go explore the city or whatever. And then I pop back into the venue right before doors open. When doors open, I go to the doors and get pictures of all the interesting Devo fans and video and whatever. And then a half an hour before Devo goes on stage, I go backstage and I get them in their outfits, help them get ready, make sure the stage props are set up, make sure my video cameras are ready to go, all charged, all that stuff. And then boom, showtime. And then showtime means I'm running around. Sometimes I'm at the front of the stage taking pictures. Sometimes I'm on the stage shooting video, taking pictures. Sometimes I'm picking up props off the stage. Sometimes I'm in a changing tent with the band, helping them do a costume switch real quick. It's just mayhem once the show starts, running around like crazy, all over the venue, up, down, sideways. And then after the show, I clean up all the stage props, all the costumes that are in the changing tent, bring them all back to the dressing room, get them all back in the wardrobe case, maybe have a little drink, maybe chat with the band about the show a minute. And then right after that, we go to what is typically a VIP signing or maybe an after party or whatever. And then I go to that. And then at some point I go to the hotel, probably get an hour or two of sleep if we have a hotel, and then fly out somewhere the next morning or get on the tour bus and sleep on that overnight. And it's just constant. And then the next morning you get up early, you're at the venue at 7 or 8, boom, you do it all over again. And I don't see how people do that for like a year on end, like 300 shows a year or whatever. I don't know if I could do it, but Devo typically goes out for, back in the day, 25 shows, 20 shows. Now it's more like a handful of shows, but man, it's always fun. And, there you have it. There you have it. That was my story about how I work at a Devo show, and I miss that. I miss it. Hey, Paul Conlon. No, I haven't yet, Paul. I haven't answered that email yet. I did get it. Thank you for that. I will be in touch. I haven't heard from him either. So, but I will get in touch. Paul Conlon is hooking me up with somebody who was part of Zig Zig Sputnik's crew, I guess, back in the day. Zig Zig Sputnik, one of my favorite bands from England. I love them. I did some work for them 20 years ago. And Angel Johnson says, off topic, who was more legendary and had impact on the world, Whitney Houston or Michael Jackson? I know very little about Whitney Houston. I'm more of a Michael Jackson fan, so I would probably vote Michael Jackson. I like Michael Jackson a lot. I like a lot of his music, if not all of it. I don't like the ballads as much as I like the really kind of rock and pop songs, but I do like some Michael Jackson. Yeah, Tim Nolan, Paul Conlon's an old friend of mine from overseas, and we have done our fair amount of partying and walking around England and shopping, and we just done it all over there. We had a great time. I remember you told me that I shouldn't go backstage because Jerry's usually, I don't know if I said usually naked, but I said there's a good chance you're going to walk into something that you're not prepared for. That's what backstage is for, to be naked and to be naked, really. Okay, so Paul says, no worries. Good you picked up on the email. Yeah. So, whoa, S. Raphael's seen Jackson 5 live in 1972. That must have been amazing. Wowzers. Sophia, I think, has just discovered Jesus Christ. Sophia, do you now have a relationship with Jesus Christ? Is that what you're telling us? Sophia, I think, has just basically met her maker. She has just figured out who Jesus Christ is, and now she is going to let him into her life. I think that's what's happening. Michael was 13 years old. Oh my goodness. Packet, a ball of energy too, I bet. Sophia wishes. Well, if you play your cards right, Sophia, talk to Tim about it. He'll introduce you to Jesus. I think he has some kind of relationship with him. Uh-oh, I think Sophia just farted. Look, it's proof right there. Sophia just farted in the chat. I don't think anybody's farted in the chat until now. Sophia, you're the first chat farter. I'm trying to scroll up here to see if I've missed things. Who knows? I've probably missed things. That's just the way it goes, right? So let me know how you guys feel about this. For this stream, for the remainder of this stream, however long we go, 30 minutes, an hour. I don't know how long this will go, but I was thinking about having it just me on the screen and no guests this time. Maybe I can just try to keep up with the chat and talk to you people. Now, if you think you'd rather see me talking with other people on the screen here, we could do that. It's really up to you guys what we do from this point on, because this is the time of the stream where I kind of realize, okay, I've talked about everything on my list to talk about. But I do like I do like talking to you guys in the chat. So whatever you guys decide. Sophia is denying that she flatulated in the chat. And now we all saw it happen, didn't we? I mean, you can't deny it. Sophia, maybe we should, does a fart carry your DNA? I think it does. And I think if you smell the right or wrong fart, it could change your genetics. So look, Sophia, there's the proof right there, Sophia. You cannot deny that. Look at it. There it is. Everybody heard it. Everybody saw it. Chop, chop, sniff, sniff, says Eddie. He's on to something. Sophia is still denying it. Look, Nick was right there. Nick was right there. Eddie's laughing about it. See, at least, Sophia, you're spreading warmth, literally, and laughter. Oh, Abnorm has a couple things you can show quick. Okay, Abnorm, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Now, S. Raphael has something to say. Fart Patrol, Mr. DNA. Well, with Sophia, it's Fart Patrol, Mrs. DNA, or Ms. DNA. Now, Nick has something to say to you, Sophia. Is very unladylike. You know, but that's the old school, that's the old man talking, Nick. That's your old, antiquated ideas of sexuality and roles in society. That's your antiquated version of that. Sophia is a young, smart person. Here's what she says. It's particles. The smell in the nose is generated by the nose detecting the poop particles. That's how it works. Can we start a synth pop band called Poop Particles? Sophia, I would like to start a band with you called Poop Particles, please. We can only, let's just do one song, call it a day, okay? We'll just do one song. Yeah, your farts are masculine. Sophia, I believe your farts might be masculine. Why are we talking about this? Who started this? Sophia, look what you did. You turned this chat. Look, now everybody's talking about it, Sophia. We can't turn back from this. Now we got Poo Poo Itch, another Devo reference. Is now, Sophia, maybe what should happen is that the Poop Particles should do a whole album of Devo covers, but like people in the chat are saying here, we change the words. Poo Poo Itch, Fart Patrol, Mrs. DNA. Oh, man. I don't know. So Sophia says, I'll become a school teacher. Teachers don't do that kind of poot. They do the Devo poot. Only the best teachers do the Devo poot. And I don't think many teachers actually do that, unfortunately. I think most teachers aren't that good. Okay, so Sophia's got the farticles going. And Paul's saying that it's time out for bum. Another tweaked Devo song title. Now, Abnorm has something to say. Taking a crab is always a good idea before doing anything, especially going on stage. Ask Jerry Casale. He has great stories about that. Okay, so now Nick is offering more advice. If you get good at it, Sophia, we can put you on stage in November and you can fart Jocko Homo. Now, that might take some practice. Sophia, but I know you're up for that. I mean, you did teach yourself how to play bass. Sophia says no. Oh, what a joyous time we're having here tonight. It's Thursday. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. Not necessarily farting in the chat. That's something Sophia just started tonight. That's never happened on my stream before. Nobody's ever farted in the chat. And now that happened in the side chat. From such a smart young woman, a genetically fine specimen of human, farts in the chat. Now that's a first. Teachers and critics all dance the poot. Another fine Devo lyric there that didn't even need to be adjusted for this topic. It was already farty. Some Devo lyrics are already farty. That's just how it goes. Let me just show you this really quick. This is a noisemaker. I've introduced you guys to this before. In case you're new to the chat, I won't let this go on very long. I just want to show people a little bit about what this does. This is a circuit bent baby room monitor, which I got from a nice punk rock gentleman in Canada while Devo was on tour. he was a brainiac, and he would find things in the garbage or wherever thrift stores and circuit bend them, and they would make noise. And so he would give us these things, me and Devo, in trade for getting him and his friends backstage, which always works, by the way. If you want to give Devo circuit bent noise-making devices, there's a pretty good chance you'll get backstage. Okay, so this is what it does. It's not a baby room monitor anymore. It's a noisemaker that, see all these glued spikes, those punk rock spikes that are glued to that? Those are all pressure sensitive, touch sensitive. And here is a 1/4 inch out jack right there. 1/4 inch. That means you can plug this through a guitar amp or something, or pedal effects. It's a great thing to have. So here's what it does. Yeah, so anyway, does all kinds of stuff. Gets really loud and crazy sometimes, but it's one of my favorite things in the world. I wouldn't let this go for anything. I cherish this thing. Jenna, if you're out there, and my other punk rock pals from Canada, I miss you guys, and thank you for this. Probably 10 years ago I got that from them. Still works great. Eddie says, bring the noise. And Ryan Kidd said, that's what security at baby food festivals... Yeah. The security at baby food festivals are going to use these to communicate through bleeps and blorps. Now, baby food festivals is another kind of inside joke that started on a live stream. Can't remember if it was, it was my live stream. I received a gift from our friend Abnorm, who is in the side chat. It included a flyer for a baby food festival, which I thought was unreal and heavily devolved. At that point, me and Ryan Kidd and some other people decided to make a band called Baby Food Festival, and we would play the Baby Food Festival, and we would be a hardcore, like, kind of punk thrashy band, and we're going to do that eventually. As soon as Ryan Kidd gets to be a senior citizen, we're going to start the band, and I'll be dead by then, but that's okay. Did you get that from him? I may have missed that in the chat. Oh no, I did not get this from Mark Mothersbaugh. Me and Devo were presented things like this, gifts like this, circuit bent devices in exchange for getting backstage at a Devo show in Canada. These punk rock street kids, basically. I miss those guys. We had such a good time. Maybe 2 or 3 years in a row, I think we went up there and met those kids, and they gave us cool stuff. But this is my favorite toy I own, I believe. I love this thing. It gets really loud and crazy. Ryan Kidd is crying and laughing at the same time. That's good. It's probably because our young friend Sophia farted in the chat. It's probably that. But yeah, Sophia, we love you being here. Even if you're a little farty, it's okay. We all get that way, and some of us laugh at it really like more than we should, especially at our age. But I'm just being honest. Okay, let's catch up here on something. I want to look at the numbers. Okay, I'm going to be a numbers whore for a second here. We got 35 watching, 23 likes, 1 dislike. If you guys are chuckling at all, laughing, making fun of me or Sophia or anybody here in your mind, if we're in there and we're entertaining you in any way, please give us another little thumbs up. Some people do not value the thumbs up, but I tell you, once you start working for the algorithms and you become a slave to the algorithms, you start paying attention to what makes the algorithms happy, because the algorithms can bite you on the ass, and you don't want them biting you on the ass. You want to be friendly with the algorithms. You pet them like kitties and they purr. So the thumbs ups help pet the kitties. Okay. And I don't know. It just makes the YouTube magic happen. And it's just fun to play that game. It's fun to play the game where you see how many people are watching and how many likes do we have. Can we make those numbers match a little more? That's a fun thing, Whatever. Have fun. I just love that you guys are here watching. If you're not into giving thumbs ups, that's cool. We're not going to stress about it. Charlie Finch is here. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, Charlie Finch. We're going to do poop particles. I think now I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think Sophia agreed to being in a band with me called Poop Particles. We're going to do at least one song and a tour based off that one song. We're just going to show up at festivals, play the one song, and split. But it's going to be worth it because it's going to be a 24-hour long song. Probably the first of its kind, but Poop Particles are going to do that. I'm just riffing on this. I'm just brainstorming on this, okay? So you guys, you know what I'm talking about. The Algorithm sounds like another new wave band. It is a synth punk band, The Algorithms, with a Z at the end, like Jason Skills. You know what I'm talking about. Now, Nick has more. See, Nick's always bringing knowledge, okay? You don't want them biting you on the ass, okay? You don't want that. But if they do, we bring Sophia in to fart on them. Sophia is now our secret weapon. Not only is she my moderator, but she is equipped with chemical warfare weaponry. And we all know that's a great Dead Kennedy song. Chemical warfare, chemical warfare, chemical warfare, warfare, warfare. Changed my life when I heard that when I was a kid. That and Bleed for Me, Holiday in Cambodia. Oh my God. Drug Me. Oh my God. Hyperactive Child. My life story. I was a hyperactive child. That's what they classified me as when I was a kid. So when I heard that Dead Kennedy song, I thought, this band is speaking to me. Like they're speaking to me. They know my story. That's how I felt about the Dead Kennedys. You know, and I know Sophia is a big Dead Kennedys fan as well, which is great. I love Sophia and her whole family. A family of Dead Kennedys fans sticks together. Let me tell you. Let me give you people who have children some advice. Dead Kennedys for you and the kids. It'll bring you together. Okay. Okay. So I think, we got an ew. I think when the kids type ew, it's a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing. Unless somebody knows what EW stands for. Can we have some chiming in here? Help me figure this out. Eddie's talking about sharding. Now, I don't know if that word is acceptable here because that's a little messy, and we don't want to talk about that. I see a question here for me, Michael Pilmer. You heard the new Jello B yet? No, I have not. I've heard. I think I've heard some people on the YouTubes talking about it. Maybe they showed it, but I have not heard the new stuff, and I'm very interested to hear that. So, yeah, you'll have to let me know. Maybe you can. Hey, why don't you do a review of the new Jello record on your YouTube channel so I could see what you think about it. Low Noise, Jason Skills is here in the house, and he says DK rules, and I would agree with that. And I think Sophia would probably like to agree with that as well. Okay, Hop Frog, what's up, Hop Frog? Nice to see you, buddy. It's been a minute. Good to see you. I was mentioning you earlier because you sent me that Funko Pop. Thank you for that. DK was always a great band, yes, until they didn't have Jello in the band anymore. I guess that's arguable, but I would think it's a little different without Jello. Now, Ryan Kidd, he's telling it like it is now. Everybody wins. If you're in here, whether you're farting in the side chat, or you're pointing at me and asking, what the hell is this guy doing on camera? Or you're wondering why my lighting is so weird. Or maybe you're just sitting there and you can't move because you were in some horrible accident and this is on the screen and you can't make it go away. You can't reach the mouse or you're too lazy to get up. Whatever. We're winning here, okay? And Ryan Kidd said it, so it's true. So nobody argue about that right now. Okay, so I think Nick's talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire. Am I right here? Everything's wrong. Evil worms, earthworm, everybody wins. All right, this is great. Now we've got people talking about what the heck. Erectile wastage. Abnorm has a good one there. Ed Wood, Hop Frog's guest. I don't know what. Are you talking about my parents, Eddie? You leave my parents out of this. They're both deceased. Growing up in Ireland, Police Truck was the Kennedy's track I loved most. Oh, that one was a good one too, man. Scary though. Fairly scary because it's, could be really very true. Okay, now Sophia's given us some real information here besides just farts. Okay, thank you, Sophia, for holding off on the farting for a minute. I got the record and a brand new Smanging MacBook at the same day last Wednesday. Wow. All right. Sophia's hooking up. Things are going Sophia well in Sophia's world. Hey, David Kalman. Nice to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in. We like you. Low Noise wants to hear the new Jello stuff. Smart man. MP3s get off the web. No, I don't do that. I just want to hear what you think about it, Sophia. I want to hear your take on the cover art. DK is not the same without Jello. Yeah, and that can be argued of the Black Flag band that's touring now. You know, can be argued. But for those who can enjoy those bands without their, lead singers, more power to them. I wish I could. I wish I could make it so, Winning like Charlie Sheen. That's right. I kind of enjoyed that era of Charlie Sheen. I remember that was back when I owned a television. So I was kind of hearing about that a lot. And it was interesting. Oh, here, Tim has some advice. Looking to figure out what to do with your finger? Let's just stop there, Tim. Now, where's Tim going with this, do you think? Are you looking for something to do with your finger? Huh? What do you think? Oh, okay, he's talking about hitting the thumbs up button. All right. I thought you were talking about putting a thumb up. Something blocking flatulence is what you were going to say. Now, why wasn't Jello in the band? There is always room for Jello. It's true. Well, just because there's room doesn't mean you should eat it, though. So some people might be allergic to Jello. They might have a bad reaction. You don't know. The police. Oh, Paul says the police were super scary here back then. Oh, have you seen them lately? They got nothing on the police today. I'm sure that those police way back then had a lot less riot gear and tanks and submachine guns and shit. You know what? FTP. A big upgrade from a hand-me-down Windows 7 PC3. Well, that's great. I don't know how you can do that, though, Sophia, going from Windows to Mac so easily. Like me, when I was learning one or the other back in the day, once I learned one, I had to stick with it. And when I went from Mac to Windows in 2002, I think it was a pretty hard thing to get over because the things were wrong. The things were different that you would do on the keyboard, the shortcuts and stuff. And oh man, but now I'm a Windows person and I can't go back because I'm just too old to learn new things really. Tim says, did you fart on the record, Sophia? Tim, why do you want to just come out and say that to her like that? I think now I think that we're going to have a battle of the mods here. Hot Frog says his favorite Black Flag era was Henry Rollins' years. Well, I think that's the era I discovered Black Flag, certainly, was the Henry Rollins years. But I got to say, hearing some of those earlier singers, man, like Keith and all those early singers sounded great. And Henry was kind of like a little more macho, tough guy with his vocals. But I kind of liked the California accent, young guy vocals of the earlier singers. Like they sounded like they were scrawny guys from California to me. I don't know. I just like those early lyrics. Finger licking good. I'll let the chat answer that. Okay, now Eddie's talking more about poop particles. I think he's our biggest fan, Sophia. So we already have a fan. So I think we can go ahead and make the band happen, Sophia. We can go ahead and start writing the 24-hour song that we're going to do. Okay, let's cut it down to, what about a 3-hour song? Does that make sense? And then we could do the hour-long, edit of the song for radio. I got ideas, Sophia. I got ideas. Pudding is better than Jello. There's a time and a place for each of those things. I'm good on. I like chocolate pudding, but I do like some cherry Jello. I really do. Now Sophia's back with this. They really aren't that different, to be honest. True. It's all sugar. Okay. Nick says, I always thought Henry was a super poser back in the day. Like when punk kids were in it for the fashion, rebelling against their parents because they were forced to wear seatbelts. Yeah, I don't know where you were coming from. We never had a Volvo, or I don't even know if we had seatbelts when I was a kid. Eddie's talking about Poots. Ian Shannon would like the acoustic version, please. Can somebody provide Ian Shannon with the acoustic version of Sophia's side chat farts? Because I think hers were right through an electronic amp, an electrical amplifier. Mutant Potato. Pudding is greater than Jello. Chavo. Loved his vocals. That was him and Keith sounded like California, snotty, pissed off kids, right? They had this great sound that appealed to my teenage angst. Not that I didn't like Henry, like I said, that's how I discovered Black Flag, depression, and that stuff was blew me away. But then when I discovered those other singers, I was like, oh, this is cool too. Mac versus PC. It's the same argument. Jello, pudding, Mac, PC. It's all about those keyboard shortcuts. The pudding shortcuts are a little different than Jello, but basically sugar in a bowl. Mac PC, what? Sugar in a bowl. I think we're coming to an understanding here, Sophia, and I appreciate you chiming in and giving your side of the story. Henry was managing an ice cream shop before joining Black Flag. Well, he was interested in helping the world. You could tell. Oh, Sophia, I saw your post about that. The Alternative Tentacles sale this weekend. I'm really tempted to, Sophia. I'm really tempted to, but I did spend $80 or something on records a couple of days ago, so I think I have to chill out. But I'm so glad that you told me about that, and maybe some other people here would like to take advantage of that Alternative Tentacles. They're having a huge sale where I think CDs are like $5 or $1 or something, and T-shirts are real cheap, $10 or something. I don't know. Sophia can give you more information in the chat here if she feels like it. Abnorm says that Jello has horse hooves in it. Hooves. Now, Sugar Town. Is that part of the song we're doing, or is that another person's song? Can we steal that, Sophia, for our song, Poop Particles? PP Band, the PP Band. We'll just call it the PP Band. Hey, it's raining outside. Okay, so wow, that is cheap, says Hop Frog. Yes, and so yeah, there's these Alternative Tentacles records I've been wanting to get for a while. I don't know if No Means No is still distributed by them or available through them, but my friend Dr. October kind of hit me to that band. I knew who they were over the years, No Means No, but I'd never really heard their records, and I never could decipher one genre from the next. I just didn't know much about them. So my friend Dr. October really did a great video where he goes through his favorite albums by them and shows the different styles. And I liked them all. Everything he played, I really liked. So I'm going to have to investigate some No Means No. But yeah, it's popping in the chat. I can barely keep up, but that's what we like, right? We like that. Now, before we go, Abnorm, if you still want to come up and show a couple things, we can do that. It's in 10 minutes, it'll be an hour and a half. I could probably go 2 hours tonight if you guys want to, if we're entertained. It's really up to yous. Whoopsie. Did I just do something? I didn't turn anything off. Okay, great. The phone fell, but it did not break anything. Thank goodness. Okay, now I'm going to catch up on the chat again. Let's see. Oh, Ryan Kidd. Got to run, everybody. Got work early tomorrow. All right. See you later, punk rock buddy. We'll see you tomorrow night at the drinking thing online. SST Alternative Tentacles theme for tomorrow on Jason Skills. So yeah, thanks, Ryan Kidd. I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Thank you. So he's got an early morning job, and I do too, but I get to work at home, thank God. I do get up ass early though. 4:30 typically. I'm working by 5 typically, and I'm done with most of my work before noon if it's a good day. And then I can do other work, bonus extra work after that if I feel. But yeah, so everything's going good here. What about the weird mail? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Electronic sausage. I would have totally forgotten about it. The elephant in the room here, or at least the cucumber or the corn on the cob or whatever the hell this is. Now, this is another weird gift from my weird friend, Andy Freeburn. And now, he left this on my porch one day, and you can see what it says here. It says, to Pilmer from somebody who cares. Isn't that sweet? All right, so we're going to open this right now because I almost forgot. And thank you again, Electronic Sausage, for reminding me. I'll leave your comment right there. And we're going to open this thing. And whatever he gives me is always very random. Has very little to do with real life. And it's just bizarre. Okay, so who knows what's in here? You're going to see it before I do it. I hope it's not offensive. Oh. Okay. All right, here we go, people. This is coming out. Okay, everybody. What we have here is an I Threw Up sponsored blimp. A very patriotic I Threw Up sticker. Now, I wondered, he asked me for some I Threw Up stickers a few days ago. And I wondered why. Let me just give you a good view of this thing, you guys. Okay, in action. In action, the I Threw Up sponsored. Now, if you guys don't know, these little stickers, they're I Threw Up stickers. I've made them for 20-something years. For whatever reason, it's just some stupid little art project I've done for years. And ithrewup.com, you can go there and get some if you want. I'm kind of running out of stock, but I think hopefully maybe this year I'll be able to get more printed. But this is now my very patriotic I Threw Up sponsored blimp. And I'm really happy with this. I think it might go in the bathroom. I think people want to look at this when they poo or pee. I think they're going to want, yeah, I think that's the right place for this. Because look at that. Don't you want to see something like this? I'm kind of into patriotic stuff, but only when I'm pooping and peeing. So that'll work fine for that bathroom. And, hopefully the cats won't get this, right? Maybe I should, oh, well, we'll deal with that later. There we go. So thank you for that, Andy. It's the first time anybody's ever given me a blimp, and I appreciate that. So now we're back to, hey, I am Hop Frog. Thanks for stopping by. If you're still here, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You're a good man. And I'll see you very soon, Hop Frog, on the YouTubes. Okay, so what did Sophia do here? What's this? What is that little thing she typed there? Can anybody see that? Let's see if I can make the screen big, if I can see that. Oh, it's an eagle. Patriotic eagle. Now, I like when Sophia gets into her little patriotic. She's a very patriotic woman. She's very patriotic. Now, Michael Carlisle says, yeah, it's not. But I don't know what he's talking about, but I agree with you. Whatever you're talking about, Michael, it's not. Whatever it is, it's not. Led Zeppelin. Yeah, one band I really never got into. I don't know. Go figure. So dumb. You know what? I think so. You just sparked a memory, Sophia. My old punk rock band, the Rabid Salesmen, I think we had a song called So Dumb that I totally forgot about until just now. Oh, it's called Too Dumb. Too Dumb. Okay, now I remember. Well, thank you for that, Sophia. You sparked a memory in the old man's brain. A bald eagle for the American blimp. That's a good pairing, Sophia. You're smart. Incorrect. Okay, now incorrect. Who knows? Who knows? Charlie Finch and Ian are hooking up, or they're talking again after years. We have a good history with Charlie Finch. Oh, no, what does this say? Oh, wait, now I'm missing stuff. Airlift says the use new rock is weird. There is this man called Playboy Cardi that does rock. Okay. I don't really know what that means, but that's great. I love that comment. Now, Nick says Sophia is very patriotic and she will give you free gas. She did that in the chat earlier. If you missed it, you may want to rewind. Now, she replies with some Devo lyrics, which is smart. Always a good idea. Devo lyrics can get you far in a conversation. It really can. It can help. It can help with all kinds of things. So going back to this Devo Funko thing really briefly, we showed the soda version, right? They're called soda pop figures or something. But now the other Funko things, the ones with the bigger heads and the squatty bodies, I'll be getting those eventually too, and I will be showing those. And I'm kind of excited to see those. But yeah, it's all about branding, people. It's all about branding. A parent boy, Playboy Carty is cloud wrap. Like storing your things in the cloud, like all of his wraps get stored in the cloud. That's interesting. So when he goes on tour, he just pulls those wraps right out of a cloud. Man, ingenious, these kids today. Ingenious. Michael Pilmer, did you get a Funko soda variant? What do you mean by variant? Well, I got an artist proof indicated by this pog here. A artist proof. Now, are you speaking of the Chase figure, Nick? Is that what you're talking about? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think about the Somewhere with Devo release? What do you guys think? Feel free to give your comments in the chat. I have an opinion, but I don't need to give it because I'm more interested in knowing what you guys think. I kind of gave my opinion earlier on it, though, so maybe I'm just full of poo. Now, I'm trying to... Okay, Electronic Sausage brings up an interesting point. You do need patriotic gas for the blimp, and Sophia can provide that. Okay. Mutant Potato. I think my question got lost earlier, but will it also be released on Spotify? I don't know the answer to that question, Mutant Potato. I do not know. There we go, Nick. The Chase. Well, Nick, I think there might be a video coming next week that will answer that question for you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There might be a very brief video that answers your question next week. And it will be on my YouTube channel, in case you didn't know. Not as essential as the G.I. Jerry reissue or the Brainiac releases, but I might pick it up when the day comes. Yeah, I think you would be happy with it, Sophia. Like I said, taking that Somewhere Suite off that live album from 1988 and putting it by itself on this record really made me appreciate it a whole lot more and listen to it a whole lot more. And like I said, I kind of dig the remixes that are on there too. So it's basically going to get played on my record player more than other things would. But yeah, G.I. Jerry, I'm really looking forward to that because I've always wanted that on vinyl. I think there was a glow-in-the-dark Funko variant. There might be. There might be. I know my Gene Simmons, I have a Gene Simmons figure that is a Chase variant, a pop figure, and it does glow. But I don't know if they all glow. Tim is sharing a link about how Devo and the Goodyear blimp got together recently. That actually did happen. Mutant Potato says, has anyone else hyped for Mitchell's versus Machines on April 30th? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that is. Zepearl! Zepearl is in the house. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. We're just talking about how our friend Sophia, there's a little faux pas earlier in the side chat. She farted. And she tried to deny it, but the proof was there. We saw the fart sound typed out in the chat. We saw it. Proof was there. And we're just trying to get past that because it kind of made some people uneasy. It made some people laugh till they cried, I'm sure. And I think maybe Sophia will stop coming around here. I think we gave Sophia a hard time, and I don't think she's coming back. Okay. So now Sophia is saying that fart was actually just a North Korea propaganda video, and it was not a real flatulence. I don't know about that, Sophia. I'm not sure. Now Sophia's typing another little something. A little logo character graphic thing. What are they called? Emojis or something? It does still smell funny in here, Abnorm. It does. Sophia's always here. Thank you. I can always count on you. Even though you do rude things like fart in the chat, you still come back, and I love you for that. And Anne is here. My goodness, Anne, how are you? Anne's rolling around, laughing, crying. She doesn't know what's going on. Sophia's laughing and crying. This is what we do this for. Everybody's laughing and crying. So, emoji face palm. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Now, everybody's doing it. That lyric that just fell out of my brain, totally random. There's a band called NRG. They were from North Carolina, South Carolina, something like that. They used to open for Anti-Scene a lot when I was a kid. NRG. And they were famous for, they did kind of like this power pop punk stuff, which was great. And they had a song with those lyrics that I just said that I can't remember anymore. But yeah, they were great. And they were kind of famous for taking dollar bills and writing the NRG logo on all the foreheads of the dollar bills. And I think they got in trouble for it or something. But that was back in the 80s. Sophia is not rude on purpose. But when she lets one fly in the chat, that can be considered rude. But we know she wasn't being rude on purpose. Robert Everett. Oh, yeah, you have the NRG 7-inch. Yeah, I have two of them. I have I have the tape, I think. No, wait. God, I can't remember now. I got to look now. I know I have an older 7-inch when they were called Neon Rock Garden, but I think there was an earlier 7-inch as well. Is that right, Robert? Okay. Nick says everybody's not doing it. I don't do it. My grandmother never did it. Okay, that was Ralph. That was a TV thing. The 5Ls were a killer band out of Carolina. I've never heard that. The 5Ls? What year was that? 90s, 80s? Right, indeed. Okay, Robert. Okay, right. So there's two 7-inches. I was remembering that correctly. Now I recorded an NRG sound check. I believe it was a sound check in 1983. I have that on cassette. Also from that night is an Anti-Scene sound check. And let me tell you why. I would go to the sound check with my boombox with a tape in it, and I would record them because I was too young to stay up late to see the show. So all I could do was go to these band sound checks when I was, teenager. And at first, the first few punk shows I went to, I could really only stay to see the sound checks. DRI, saw their sound check. I didn't record it though, but I did see DRI's sound check for their Violent Pacification tour. And I just was not quite old enough to stay up past 10 or 9 or whatever it was back then. But the lucky thing is I lived right across the street from this club called the Yellow Rose. So I could walk my ass over there from these ghetto apartments I lived in and then come right back, and there was no travel time in between. So I could fly over there. And right as my curfew was up, I could run home. So that's what we did. So Mutant Potato says, Mitchell's versus Machines is Mark's next score. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm very not knowledgeable about movies, TV, stuff like that. So thank you for that info, Mutant Potato. We appreciate that. I would have never known that unless it was for you saying that in the chat. So thanks. Now, quick Devo question. Let's see. Quick Devo. Is it true that Jerry wasn't pleased that the band eventually became more centered on? No, not at all. That's not true. I don't think so. I think I know Jerry pretty well, and I don't think that's true. No. Okay, Robert Everett. Is that the apartments which still stand across from where Joe Young's repo was on Tyvola? That is right. They were called Tyvola. No, it was called, what were those apartments called now? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, it was on Tyvola Road. It was behind a shopping center with like a Kmart or something in it. And we lived kind of in this weird apartment complex that was behind the shopping center. And there was I remember this huge slanted cement wall that you could kind of climb up if you were careful. It was a pretty good incline, but if you were a young kid in tennis shoes or whatever, you could climb up that wall, climb the fence at the top of the wall, and get over to behind the shopping center. So we would do that, and we would go dumpster diving behind the shopping center. We dumpster dove at a video store, a Radio Shack store. There was a mall there, and we found some great stuff in those dumpster diving excursions. Now, Nick's saying he thinks that Jerry maybe wasn't happy with the sound of Shout, but that was in hindsight. Yeah, so Now, I got to say, I love that album Shout. I was a little confused by it when I first got it when I was a kid. First of all, because Devo was not on the front or back cover. What? Wasn't. It was years and years before I understood the relevance of who was on that cover of Shout. Pardon me. But Shout did grow on me, and I love that record. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I just don't know. Sophia's whispering now, okay? Whispering. The Frutal here loves Shout. Nick loves the album too. Yeah, I love Smooth Noodle Maps too. It's another one that's not very popular with a lot of Devo fans, but I love that record. I've always loved Smooth Noodle Maps. From the first time I heard it, I really dug it. It's got this great synth pop vibe to it that I've always really liked. Now, so I think, let's see, man, I tell you what, I keep thinking about shutting it down, but we got a lot of people watching and commenting, and I'm just getting a little uncomfortable sitting in this chair for so long. But wait a second. Oh, okay. So my friend here, he is in this great Chilean band called New De-Evolution, and they have done some killer Devo covers and performances online. And he's got a Shout related cover coming from now. The song Shout, Tato, or just another song from the album. You don't have to tell us if it's a secret. Where's your wine? And I'm not drinking tonight because I don't have any wine or beer in the house. So I'm drinking water. But like I've been telling people, I've been hanging out with my friends Low Noise, Jason Skills, and Ryan Kidd, and Dr. October, and Alex, and Stevie, and all these people that are kind of like the punk rock heavy metal contingency of the YouTube vinyl community. So every Friday, Low Noise Jason Skills has a live stream on his channel. And we go over there and we have a few beers and we talk about punk rock and heavy metal. And I'm not the host for that show, so I get to kind of relax a little bit and, just participate in the chat. So that's what we're doing. And I'm saving my drinking for tomorrow, basically, because I didn't have anything in the house and I'm not going grocery shopping until tomorrow. So, yeah, Tim loves New De-Evolution. Everybody who's seen New De-Evolution loves them. You guys should check them out. It's from the album Shout. That's great. And he says, "We do it all for you," which is a great Devo quote. I'm not trying to say that the other show is more important. I'm saying it's a different vibe there. Now, if I was drinking now, like I have some drinks over there, I would not be in control of this. I would not be keeping up with the chat. I would be not a good host, basically. Vinyl Richie, see, he's saving his drinking for tomorrow too. See, when you get to be our age, me and Vinyl Richie, when you're 3 steps from the nursing home, you have to curtail your drinking just a tad. You have to stay in control, right? And Vinyl Richie, you know how hard it would be to host something when you're drinking. And we could pop in and do our little dance and show our records and talk about stuff. But as far as hosting something while you're drinking like that, oh no, not me. Not me. That's my time off. But I'm just trying to help my friend Low Noise Jason Skills and his friend Ryan Kidd and Dr. October. And these channels are all just starting out. They have a couple hundred, maybe a few hundred subscribers, and trying to help get them to 1,000 subscribers because it opens your channel up to do new things. You can have what's called a community tab post when you reach 1,000 subscribers, if I understand that correctly, which means you can announce videos and upcoming things to your fan base. And so we're just trying to get them to 1,000 subscribers, and me and Vinyl Richie going over there to hang out can only help and show nipples. I mean, Vinyl Richie is dedicated to getting these guys more subscribers and more views because he was actually disrobing on a recent Friday chat. He disrobed. He did put his nipple in our face, didn't virtually, albeit, but it was intense, and it started a nipple, kind of a rash of nipples. There was no rash on the nipples. It was just a rash of nipples, like a rash of stabbings. You know what I mean? It's a rash of nipples on that stream, and it's easy to do when you're drinking a few beers and you're not hosting. You notice the host never shows nipples on that show, right? Rhino Richie, it's always the guests. Okay, so Anne says, yes, that's true. I'm not usually drinking Thursday because of that, unless I'm over there. Yeah, well, I understand where you're coming from, Anne, and that's very smart. And you will be over here again soon, May 1st. Boom. And Anne, I think we have plans to go to the beach in July, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that, Anne. Yep, Tim says that's why he's missed the past 4 streams, is because he's afraid of nipples. Tim has a fear of nipples. What do you call it? Like if you're afraid of spiders, it's arachnophobia, right? Am I right? Nippleophobia? Areolaphobia? Areolaphobia? What could it be called? I don't know. But Tim's got it. Tim has got it. Yes, we do. We're going to the beach, and I can't wait. I can't freaking wait. I can't freaking wait. So, Vinyl Richie, a upstanding member, one of the large channels in the vinyl community. And he has knowledge of the punk rock, and he also has a sharp tongue. And he likes to criticize, and it's funny. It's hilarious, and he has nice nipples. Nippulus erectus ophobia. That's what it is. That's what Tim has. He's been stricken with it. He's on disability, and we love him for it. Okay, so Zep Pearl's got a problem with your nipples, Richie. He's got a problem. We're going to have to work this out. Maybe you guys should get up here on camera and work it out. Maybe not. It's up to the people, really. It's really the people decide. It's the people's court. It's the people's court, and I think everybody's pissed off about your nipples, Richie. I think you're starting some kind of revolution. You're starting a revolution. And Richie, I have a good soundtrack for your nipple. So let's just pretend that you're on screen right now with me up here, and you're getting ready to flash your nipple. You give me a countdown, 3, 2, 1, before you flash it, and here's what's going to happen. 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's Richie's nipple soundtrack. Now, if everybody agrees, if that can be Richie's official nipple soundtrack, so every time Richie's nipple comes out, that's what happens. I will make it happen. If it is within my ability to make that happen for you people, I will make that sound happen every time the nipple appears. It's kind of a warning, but it kind of comes too late because it only happens when the nipple's out. But once you hear that noise, you know to run. Turn off your computer, throw a towel over the screen, whatever you need to do. I'm going to give you that warning from now on, people, because I'm that kind of person. I care. I care. Oh, Nick. Nick, let me just put that on. Michael Pilmer, I'm jumping ship. Is it because it smells farty in here? I understand. But Nick, thank you for coming by. Thank you for tipping the man here. Thank you for making this guy work for his money. And Nick, you did it again. Woo, Nick. Nick likes that light up toilet action. He can't get enough. Thank you, Nick. You're a very sweet person. I appreciate that. And here's this for you too, Nick, before you go. Here's this. Woohoo! All right. Nick, you rule. We'll talk soon about devotional business. And thank you, friend. Thank you for that, Nick. You're never getting that poster. It'll die with me. It'll die with me. All right, so here's what we're going to do. For the next 10, 15 minutes, if Abnorm is still here. Abnorm, are you here? Because what I want to do is I want to give you a little link to come up here, and you can show what you were going to show us. Probably some new music purchases, maybe. Are you still here, Abnorm? Just let me know. I'm looking for you, Abnorm. I'm looking for you. Okay, cool. Here we go, Abnorm. If you want to come up here, there's the thing. We can get you up here to show your recent music or weird stuff acquisitions. I'm very belchy, and I'm just drinking water. Maybe that's the problem. I need to drink something else, right? I tell you, I need water. It's been so polleny here in the Carolinas, and I've had my windows open, so throat's been a little scratchy. Hey, Electronic Sausage has something to say. Theme song could be one from the band Nipple Erectors. I've heard of that name. I don't know what they sound like, but I've heard of that band name. Okay, let's see if we can get old Abnorm up here. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, my goodness. All right, Abnorm, you just give me the thumbs up when you're ready. When you are ready. Okay, he's ready. Here we go, our friend Abnorm. Now let me do that stuff. Look at that background. What is that?
Hey, wow.
What is that? Now, you'll see it's not all Devo. There was a Don Felder song in here, too. There's actually Don Felder represented back there. Okay, so Abnorm, you have something which is not a nipple that you want to show us.
No, I do have nipples, but I won't bother with those today.
Yeah, what you want to do is get Vinyl Richie on screen, and then you have a nipple off. But
yeah,
we'll save that
maybe later. Anyways,
I'll make you big if you got something to show. I'll make you big.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
It's not real exciting to people here, but I'm wearing a T-shirt today. There's a European band, psychedelic band called Orson Space Collective, and as they put it right on their T-shirt, they are totally improvised space rock. So nice instrumental space rock or psychedelic rock with some keyboards and synth, analog synth and stuff. Anyways, I've been a Bandcamp subscriber to them for a while, and they recently put out a vinyl record, which, by the way, I don't have a turntable, so I've heard the digital version of this, but I decided to spring for the shipping to get this. And all these
were
hand painted.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell this is. I mean, it looks like some kind of, obviously there's a face on there, but it's just, I don't know what the hell the rest of it is, but
that's amazing.
The guy made 100 of them. Got it signed there. I got number 16 of 100.
That is so cool.
But since he did a limited run, he decided he was going to hand paint all of them. So I got a one-of-a-kind LP.
That is creepy. It looks like he almost like painted it with a sponge or something.
I think it's all kind of finger paint. If you look real close.
Oh, right.
I'm not sure about, some of this detail, but looks like he globbed a bunch of shit on there and then just started painting with his fingers. So
that is cool. That is fantastic.
So
yeah, I like that real DIY stuff. There was a compilation that came out in North Carolina back in the, I want to say, late 80s or early 90s. It was on a label called Jettison. And so a bunch of semi-popular local bands got together on this compilation out, and all the covers were hand painted by local artists or people in the band. So I got to do, 15 or 20 of the covers myself. And every now and then I'll see one on eBay where it's got this ridiculous artwork that I put on it, like, collage stuff or drawings or whatever. But we have so much fun decorating those. You just lay the covers out, sometimes in the yard, spray a bunch of paint on them, and then you wait for them to dry, and then you put stickers or draw on them or whatever. It was such a cool process doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, well, thanks for showing that. That's a really
one more thing too. And
now, let me just ask you one thing about this record player situation. So you buy vinyl. How many vinyl records do you think you have?
I've got probably 8 LPs and probably the same number of 7 inches. So
That's it. That's it. And you just
I grew up on cassettes. So I had, first couple Devo records I bought were on LP. But then I got into cassettes with the Walkman and the boom boxes and all that shit. So that's what I grew up with. Got into CDs eventually. So the whole LP thing, when it started to come back in, it's like, I had so much crap already. And it's like, I'm not going to buy all this shit again on LP, on vinyl. So I just said, I'm drawing the line, but occasionally I'll spring for something that's, a little oddball kind of thing like that. So
that's cool. The same thing kind of happened with me when CDs came out. I didn't buy a CD player for the first, 5 years. I had a CD collection. I just wanted the stuff. And maybe I had a friend who had a CD player, and he would put them on tape for me so I could actually listen to them. But yeah, I had a large CD collection before I ever had a CD player. So I kind of get where you're coming from. And albums are hard to store and they're expensive. And so I get you. Yeah.
My first CD was Devo Live, the Mongoloid Years.
Oh,
that was not available on cassette. So it's like even the guy at the record store said, it's time you're going to have to start buying CDs, man. That's it. So it's like,
wow. And you still have that CD?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Okay. So I'll make you big. If you want to show something else, I'll make you big.
Yeah.
All right.
You get to guess what this is. So
I get a guess. Oh, wait a second. What the heck is that? Is that Cameo? What is that? Is that like one of those like kind of like art home DIY figures? Yeah, this is an official amino acids action figure, what? Which is actually just a really cheap ass some kind of wrestling figure that they painted, but they sold these at a couple of their shows. So. It looks nothing like them.
Well, it's got the Chuck Taylors on there, so
that's retarded.
But it's just it looks like a wrestler or something. He's got like a mullet.
Oh, and they didn't even paint all of his hair.
Shit, so I don't know what the hell he is, but they just bought some.
I bet you somebody here knows who that is. Somebody here knows that wrestler. Was it all the same?
These are really cheap. So
was it all the same wrestler?
No, I think they just had a mix of them, and they were selling them for whatever, $1 or $2.
Oh my god, that's hilarious! They thrift shopping, spray painted a bunch of that crap, and sold it to you. Well, that was fantastic. And I think that's a really great way to end the stream tonight, is with your wonderful presentation of plastic things that you bought.
All right.
And they were both hand painted. You always do it right. You showed two things that were different, but very much the same. Both DIY products that a band made, hand painted, very limited edition, and very worthless. And I appreciate you showing that stuff. But this is what we do. We're collectors. We collect things that are worthless. I mean, come on. I got a piece of plastic here. We all collect plastic. Plastic. It's everywhere. I got plastic. I got probably plastic in my head somewhere. So that was good. Thanks for showing us those things, man.
Sure. Yeah.
And I guess we'll see you next Thursday, hopefully, right?
Probably. Yep. Should be here.
I like you. Thank you, man.
All right. I'll see you, man.
Peace. Okay. So everybody, let me see if there's anything in the chat I got to deal with. Now, wait, Ann's talking about Thor. What do we got going on here? What do we got going on about the Thor? Hold on. Charlie Finch says Thor. What are we talking about? Ann's talking about some kind of airlift. Both can be a great future. The key is don't be afraid to take chances. Whoa, you guys are talking about all kinds of stuff, and I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just going to I guess I just lost track of the chat finally. So that's just how it goes. But let me see. Michael Carlisle. I haven't seen. Wait a second. You're saying something else? Okay. Gonna go make a time with the Nintendo. Ooh, that's good. I want to hear that, Michael. Good night to you. Thanks for stopping by, Michael. We appreciate it. And Electronic Sausage wants to make one kind of fart poop related joke before he goes. Duty now for the future. That's great. Sophia, love you. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you and your side chat farts. So yeah, let's get back together next Thursday. If you are so inclined to have a few drinks with some punk metal industrial mofos running their mouth about stuff tomorrow like a bunch of drunk geeks, then you can come by to Low Noise Jason Skills channel and watch us maybe show a nipple or two if Vinyl Richie's there. There'll be elderly people, there'll be young people, they'll be drinking. So now, talking about Thor as the action figure, Leviathan. Oh, hey, buddy, Monstrosity. I just washed my Monstrosity t-shirts today, and they are all ready to wear again, and I can't wait to wear them out in public. Thank you so much for that great gift you sent me. Everybody, if you don't know, Monstrosity is a brilliant band. I did a video a long time ago where I showed one single cassette that I had of Monstrosity. And my new friend in Monstrosity saw that video and sent me a box of Monstrosity stuff, vinyl, CDs, tapes, shirts. It was a beautiful experience. One of the best days of my life, actually, to tell you the truth. And I appreciate that. And his solo project is called Leviathan. Leviathan. I think I pronounced that correctly. I hope I did. Mariana, see you later. Yeah. What's up with you, brother? I appreciate you being here. Sorry that we're shutting this down just as you got here, but we've been doing this for about 2 hours. So Ken Van Tessel, you missed Sophia farting in the side chat. It was kind of a big drama thing that we had to deal with, but we got past it and everybody's still laughing and having fun. So that's the important thing. So look, I'm putting up a new video tomorrow of a very great gift that I got from my friends, the Sophia family. I call them the Sophia family from now on, the Swengels. And I'll put up a video that has to do with that, and it kind of talks about part of my music collection at the same time. So, okay, so let's see. Leviathan says, quick question. The 2 songs that you put on your channel that were for charity, why was Mark not included? I don't know. He probably just wasn't available to do it. He's very busy. He's always scoring. So probably Josh Freeze was able to grab Bob one and Jerry, but he just wasn't able to get Mark. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, good question. And Leviathan, thank you again for being here. If you want to show up next Thursday, if you can be here by 7 p.m. EST, I would love to have you come on real quick and just talk about a little bit about who you are and what you do, because I think you're a very interesting cat and you do great music, and those damn t-shirts are some of my favorite, and thank you so much for those. So everybody go check out my video on Monstrosity. Just search Monstrosity of my channel and you can check it out. He sent me this gift box that is mind-blowing, and I'm still so touched by that. Thank you, dude. All right, so I'm out of here. I like to say this every time I leave, and usually at the end of my videos: may the rock and roll gods bless you as they've blessed me. I mean that, and they have, and it's great. And I'll leave you with a little circuit bent baby room monitor noise, okay? And then we'll get out of here. Love you guys. Thank you for coming. And here we go. Bring the noise. Bring the noise, everybody. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.